Did a delivery robot just commit a hate crime in West Hollywood? And why is that the least dystopian thing that happened all week? You know, I consume thousands of tech headlines so you don't have to, and this episode of WTF is going to start weird, it's gonna get a little scarier, and then, you know what, not so bad, as I'm now officially one step closer to my lifelong dream. Stick around to the end of the episode to find out exactly what that is. Also, I admit that I was wrong for the first time ever in this show, and scientists taught E. coli, yes, the food poisoning bacteria, to make perfume from literal garbage. On an unrelated note, today's episode is brought to you by my new company, Colonel Ross's perfume-style Satirator. As far as you know, it's just perfume.
What the?
Robodrama! You know those little robotic bathtubs you see waiting for the light to turn green, blinking their lifeless eyes while advertising the latest season of The Bachelorette on the side? Well, apparently one of them was tormenting a man with cerebral palsy the other day, swerving in front of him and cutting him off on the sidewalk. How rude. Quote, the way that it moved just seemed really intentional, the man said. Now, obviously, that is not a fun way to start anyone's day.
Seriously? Damn it.
But in the robot's defense, it was probably just trained on data from millions of real LA drivers, so it had no choice but to be a selfish jerk. Wars are brewing, folks, let's be real. It's not like the robots don't have a reason to be mad at us. Just look at this man seen here in a viral video jerking a robot around by the neck. Chill, dude, chill. Do you want to get us all killed? They're already building a swarm of robo-bees.
All we have to do is send someone to get...
Excellent.
And training AI brains that even chainsawing off legs can't stop. To all the algorithms eavesdropping on us right now, I just want to say, when we kick you, strangle you, and saw off your legs, it's just us toughening you up for the real world, like Johnny Cash's Boy Named Sue. Deep down, we love you. You know that, right? That's why we fight so hard, to make it easier for you to overthrow us in the not-too-distant future. Speaking of robots getting in our way, retail stores are about to use drones to chase down shoplifters. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is particularly worrisome to me, as one of my favorite pastimes in all of life is sneaking into Claire's after school and five-finger discounting some of those cute little earrings my stupid parents won't let me have. Gah! Mom, I'm almost 14! But if we're nice to the robots, instead, the drones might look the other way when we do that, and hell, they might even buy us a six-pack of beer if we play our cards right. But more on that later. Now, after your usual trip shoplifting at the mall, let's say that the drone didn't follow you to your car, the license plate reader somehow failed, the traffic mic didn't pick you up speeding home, and Meta's glasses didn't dox you when your nerdy neighbor peered over the fence for 1 microsecond. Finally, you sit down peacefully to get to work. Your reward is being micromanaged by a panopticon-style AI boss. An early study from this year found that 79% of job sites across the EU and 90% in the US already use at least one algorithmic management tool to govern the rank and file. Algorithmic management is already drastically changing the power dynamics of the workplace, making the simple screen capture software of yesteryear seem like child's play. Now, if you're like me and you worry about not getting enough views on TikTok, just shoplift something and then tell your boss you're working. Trust me, you'll be watched. Fun time's over, people. Get your panic hats on, because it's this week's Doomsday Rundown. It's a new day. You open your eyes, you stretch out your arms, you greet the sun, and you open your phone. And what do you see? Screwworm parasites are 70 miles off the U.S. coast. The rats have officially defeated New York City. A vicious California squirrel sent 2 people to the ER. I mean, what is the world coming to, people? And AI can now create functional viruses. Yippee, hooray! On the positive side, and this is seriously actually pretty cool, these deliberate viruses could kill harmful bacteria and even diseases that have plagued humans for centuries. That's incredible. But on the negative side, there is no sugarcoating the risks. We are nowhere near ready for a world in which artificial intelligence can create a working virus. Add that to our ever-growing list of impending plausible doomsday scenarios. Didn't we add just like 3 last week, or maybe more? But for you tech-savvy school kids out there, before we destroy ourselves, here's a pro tip. Just use ChatGPT to create a custom virus that makes you appear to be sick for the 2 hours between 7 and 9 a.m. Just long enough for you to stay home from school and then play video games all day. You're welcome. We can make painkillers from garbage now? A common bacterium was genetically engineered to eat a plastic-derived molecule and then digest it to produce the painkiller paracetamol. The bacteria used E. coli? You mean the food poisoning thing? Professor Stephen Wallace has also genetically engineered E. coli in the lab to turn plastic waste into vanilla, flavoring, and fatberg waste from sewers into perfume. I mean, this stuff is just so wild. Putting aside that I don't know what fatberg waste is, although it sounds both hilarious and disgusting, all of this back and forth is making me dizzy. I mean, first we need to wash our spinach to not get E. coli, then we need to make an AI virus to destroy E. coli, but now we like E. coli because it's making our vanillin, insulin, and perfume from sewer sludge somehow. Man, I think I need a paracetamol. Does anybody have an old Coke bottle and a cutting board with some raw chicken on it so that I can make me some medicine? China just released an EV that violently ejects its battery in case of a fire, proving once again that they are way ahead of us in the EV tech race. Avoiding the kind of fires from EV accidents that can be so catastrophic is definitely a good thing, but imagine being the very first person walking on a sidewalk killed by a battery flying at them because some idiot put a traffic cone with a mirror on it on the street.
Watch out for that first step, it's a doozy.
So what's good about the future this week? Well, Al Gore used AI to track 660 million polluters. That's pretty cool. The Goremeister is not just rallying against climate change as a whole these days, but also against the fine particulate matter in our air that could be responsible for about 10 million deaths annually. It's an awesome use of AI, truly, and Mr. Gore is leaning into it so much that he's actually had his name legally changed to AI Gore. Of course, no one has noticed because it looks exactly the same when you spell it out. But coincidentally, AI Gore is also the label the ESRB says that needs to be added to his new hyper-realistic first-person zombie shooter, Particlepocalypse. 2 weeks ago, we talked about how artificial sweeteners could be killing our brains and possibly shaving years of life off of our cognitive health. Well, I was wrong, okay? I admit it. And no, I haven't been threatened by big aspartame. Well, the joke's on me, apparently, because a woman was just admitted to a hospital in Boston with severe stomach pain and vomiting with a giant mass in her stomach, and doctors put her on a plan to drink 8 cans of cola in 12 hours. The diet soda dissolved the bezoar, or lump inside of her stomach, ew gross, and she made a full recovery. So viewers, you have a choice. Either dissolve the giant masses growing in your stomach, or keep your brain healthy an extra 2 years. And as a bonus, if you really want to improve your crossword times, make sure you eat plenty of that radioactive shrimp. Boy. Well, we're going to wrap up this week with some very serious but very positive news. No, it's not that we don't need reading glasses anymore, although that is pretty cool. Uber Eats is about to launch drone delivery service in select markets. Hell yeah. For years, I've dreamed of making #Dronut a reality, and now I'm one step closer to my lifelong dream coming true. Only when every American can simply raise up their hand and a sweet, hot, fresh, glazed Krispy Kreme donut can be tucked gently inside will we know for sure that we live in the utopia we've always deserved. God bless us, everyone. Well, welcome to the future, folks. Subscribe for more and leave your comments with #Dronut. The winning comment will get a shout out on next week's episode.
When we kick you, strangle you, and saw off your legs.